Mongochatter 15 right here. Matt Clifford, Kevin Marcinik in this bitch. We're at the Amesbury Transportation Center. Is that like?
That's at least what we called it.
Transportation Center.
Okay, and this is a traditional skate spot for you guys?
I guess so.
What's your favorite number? Mine's 9.
I don't know, dude. I don't have a favorite.
Double.
What do you like 18?
Yeah.
Because of anti-hero or just?
It's just like always been like a superstitious number anyways. I think when I found out it was anti-hero, I was more like excited because I had already kind of had it in my head. It was like a family number of sorts.
Yeah.
Just to be like, oh, like 18 popped up there.
I was always down with 9, and like at some point, like Old Navy, you know, they made these like t-shirts that said 9 on them, like just randomly, and I was kind of bummed because like my favorite number was 7 because of Ray Bork. And I was 7 years old. And then my favorite number was 8 because I turned 8 and I was like self-involved because I was 8. And then I turned 9. My favorite number was 9, and then I just kept it. But you say you don't have a favorite number, Kev?
Maybe 360.
Oh shit. Damn. Wow. All right.
In that case, my favorite number is very few.
Yeah. What's your favorite trick?
360 flip.
360 flip. Do you have a favorite trick?
Favorite trick? Front tail, obviously.
Front tail?
Yeah. Only on transition though.
Yeah.
Can't do it on the edge.
Yep. Just because they feel good? Is that why you guys... Are you talking about... All right. Is it your favorite trick to do or your favorite trick to see?
Favorite trick to do.
Okay. Favorite trick to do.
Okay, that's different then, dude. Because my favorite trick to see is definitely tray flip. But favorite trick to do, boneless for sure.
Yeah, I can tell.
Favorite trick to see though. Probably like Nate Nolan doing a front trail slide.
Oh, we're getting specific?
Yeah.
Nate Nolan front
Nate
trail?
Nolan, dude.
Because I have a theory. My favorite trick to see is a front board. Because I have a theory that no matter who does a front board on what obstacle, even if they have horrible style, front boards always look good. It doesn't matter. What?
And back tails.
Back tail.
True.
They always look good.
OJ Flynn said that.
If I could do back tails, that would be my favorite trick to do.
You could do them.
I was like poking at him.
You should. Why didn't you just do them?
I can never like stay on top of them when they're sliding. Like specifically only on like quarter pipes and stuff.
Do you do backside tail slides?
Never.
Why not?
I don't even do regular tail slides.
Why not? You just don't like them? Because you can do anything, Kevin.
Certain tricks don't work for me.
I don't.
So like, there's a lot of tricks I could do really well, but like, dude, you ever see me try to heel flip? It doesn't work. Or like tail slides, I can kind of front tail, but it's always really shitty.
It's just like not that I fucking. Do you feel like it's like? Do you feel like this is accurate? Like a good trick tip for a tail slide would be like it's like doing a power slide.
Yeah, that's what I tell people every
He
time.
does say that all the
I'm
time.
You
like,
just do a
like
power slide and you just fucking somehow like flick your tail into it. Like you do a power slide, but you miss on purpose.
Yeah.
And then you stick it if you know what's up. But I don't. Well, you do. You do good ones.
I feel like you definitely have some tail slides, no?
I've been working on them for like 20 years. Like I've been doing them on curves. I've been doing them on quarter pipes. They're getting a little bit better now, as you know, like fine wine does. But it's not like I don't think anyone's like thinks of fucking tail slides when you know like that's not my shit. But I'm down with them.
It's like,
I
one of the 3 tricks I can do consistently.
I can do backside tail stalls, like ollie into a but a tail slide.
I remember that's
how
how it started for me. It was like literally like on the little Amesbury quarter pipes, and I remember like, you know, like backside feels more comfortable at first, and just doing like the backside tail stall,
Yeah.
and then just waxing the one day and sliding a front one across, and I was like, oh, like.
It's weird though, like it happened to me the other day with like I was fucking around trying to do nollie like 180s on a bank, and I've been doing a bunch of backside ollies like on mini ramps or whatever, and I kind of realized it's the same thing but it's like a nollie 180 is basically a switch fakie backside 180 ollie.
Nollie is fakey, dude. I say that shit all the time.
Nollie switch fakie. So there I was, dude. Nollie switch fakie. No wait, what is it? It would be switch. Yeah, switch fakie nollie.
Switch fakey tray flip, that's a nollie tray flip.
Yeah, so switch fakie nollie is an ollie. And trick names used to be way cooler. You know, there's a bunch of names I guess you're not supposed to say anymore.
I feel like it's more just, you know, verbalization. It's like a tool. It's just like getting your point across. So it just kind of probably got simplified over time rather than a mixed twist.
No, I feel like it got more complicated. Where once switch stance came into things, you have a whole different like lexicon of vernacular. It's like it used to be like you could say like I don't know. Tricks used to have cool names, dude. There was like okay, I think it was like a backside Madonna, I believe, is a Sean Penn. Or fakey Madonna's a Sean Penn or something like that. So it's like they would do cool
because Madonna's that?
Oh yeah, you can demonstrate. And so yeah, like trick names used to be cooler, you know, and now it's like backside, boneless, still stall, or you know, instead of like body jar or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of tricks.
I still say over wheelie, even though everyone tells me it's a low-C grind.
Kevin, what's your favorite thing to skate? Like obstacle wise?
The curb spine specifically.
Oh really? That's your favorite thing?
Yeah,
Dude,
it really is.
You got some tricks on it.
You guys know what you're gonna be for Halloween already? Got it planned out.
Dude, I ain't had a Halloween costume in so many years.
Really? How come?
I'm trying to think of the last thing I was
I
when I
really
was
celebrate holidays now.
I remember
I
what
go
it
to the
was.
skate park every Halloween just skating.
I remember it was the skate jam and my costume was ready for bed. So I had like a blanket and a pillow and like slippers. It was kind of funny because I was
play
like,
on words costume.
kind of, yeah.
Okay, I'm with it.
The slippers skated pretty good. I was always something stupid for Halloween. I always was like, at least tried to be more comedic about it than like scary or anything.
Yeah.
Kevin probably remembers I was a welcome mat.
What?
That was probably the last
My name
year I
was
went
Matt.
trick-or-treating too.
What the? Oh, you
Matt was a mat. Like a fucking welcome mat.
like
Yeah.
burlap?
Just like a
Like
regular
you know, in
welcome
front
mat,
of a
yeah.
door, dude. They
Yeah,
had
yeah.
a welcome mat.
So I kind of had it like slung over, so I had like a mat in the front and a mat in the back, and I had like these two hooks that would go over my shoulders. It sucked because those hurt my shoulders so bad. But
Damn.
I was way too proud to say welcome instead of trick or treat.
All right.
I thought I was the shit. I was like, this is the funniest costume.
It is. It is funny. I'm trying.
Now looking back on it, like,
Oh, that was a good fucking idea, dude.
I don't know. Well, working in Salem during Halloween now, like I've seen good costumes.
What's the? Wait. All right. Now you guys, brothers, roommates, cousins. What's the scoop? How do you guys know each other? Because you used to live in
Since,
Salem,
like,
and then you lived at Kevin's house.
Dude, I met Matt because, like, well, I lived in Amesbury. Like, I'm sure I would have met Matt anyway. But, like, when my mom moved, she moved, like, over by Vermette's over there, and Matt lived down the street, and, like, he was literally just outside skating one day. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
You already skated.
Yeah, I was like,
Just, like,
actually, I
learn
don't
how
think
to
I
do-
skated yet. I used to hate skating.
I think it got you into. I remember. 'cause,
Really?
Like, I would like
I had
hang out with them, and we'd be like, I don't want to skate for like.
Yeah,
it
dude.
It was like for 2 weeks.
I was like brainwashed by my sports friends,
Oh,
and like their
really?
dad, like still, it was wicked fucked up, you know, because I used to like play like basketball, baseball with them, whatever,
Yep.
and like then my mom moved, and I started coming over here a lot. I met Matt, and Matt was always skating out front, and then like one day I picked up a skateboard, started skating, and dude, I still
Didn't
remember
your
like.
cousin skate too.
Yeah, my cousin Brett definitely. I mean, he quit a long time ago, but he like I think he was there when I got my first board, dude. 1080 complete at Olympia Sports. You know, good stuff.
Was that SpeedTac?
I don't fucking remember what it was.
Oh, I'm thinking of
it had like a
1031.
dragging graphic on it. I thought it was the coolest thing. I was like probably 10. And I started skating that thing, dude, and I still remember like all my friends then, they like came over one day, I was skateboarding, and they were like, that's stupid, like that's for punks, like your dad said that like you shouldn't skateboard because it's bad. And then
And then
like
they were
from
like,
then on I was like,
me and you were in like the same elementary school class then too, and they all came like, and a lot of those kids like were in the same class as us, and like I don't think they just didn't know any better. Like I've maintained friendships with like a lot of them.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
it was their dad. Their dad
Yeah.
like literally convinced them that it was terrible, and And then
They were
I ended
just
up, my
like,
dad,
"It's for punks.
my
You're
dad
gonna
ended up
smoke
moving
weed."
out of that neighborhood because of that. Like all the kids were just so mad because like by then we had built a half pipe in my driveway.
Yes.
And like
So
we
your
were
dad
out there
was down?
skating
Well,
every day.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
right away, even before I had a half pipe, I had like a fun box set up, like a quarter pipe, fun box, bank on the other side, like.
Honestly,
Dude,
I've
had
always
ramps my
wondered
whole
if that
life.
was your dad's, like, hey, fuck you, rest of the neighborhood. We're building a ramp. Like,
It probably was.
my kids get to do what they want.
funny,
as long
though.
as it's not drugs.
It's funny though because like that whole stereotype, like skateboarding, like fucking punk rock, anti-establishment, like you're gonna smoke weed, be a bad kid. It's like, who the fuck are the parents to say that? But also, I gotta be like, oftentimes it's correct. Like the stereotype is
It's
like
definitely
it's,
true.
It's like not wrong, you know. So it's like, like it's like fucking, you know, it's like the Big Lebowski. Yeah, you happen to be right. Like I am actually a scumbag who smokes weed, and I'm sitting on a curb right now and everything. But fuck you for assuming that.
Yeah,
You
true.
know?
No, that's true. I'm like one. I was raised to never be assumed, so like that was always weird to me.
Were your folks cool with your skating growing up?
Yeah. If
Yeah.
anything, it was like, yo, you gotta like recognize when you get tired, so you don't eat shit at the end of the session.
Oh, that's sick.
My dad was a big hockey player too, so he was never afraid of me like eating shit ever. It was more
But-
like, well, you learned.
They didn't have like a worry about like the subcultural aspect of skateboarding,
Not
like what
really.
that,
I
the
might.
gateway drug.
No, my dad like hung out with a lot of the skaters in high school. Like he didn't skate himself. I remember one time he was telling me, he was like, oh yeah, like we fucked around a little bit on his little boards, and he was like, he didn't know what he was describing, but he was just describing like doing like hippie jump sex changes like over like a bench, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like
He didn't know what he was describing.
no.
That's
So he was like,
crazy.
it was easier to do the 180. I'm like the little.
Well,
like,
I could see that
70s
because if
boy.
it's like if you're gonna like hippie jump and you're like boosting, you know, like
Yeah.
if you're gonna 180, it like gives you a boost to be like, I'm gonna do it, and then you like. That must have been so wild to just be like playing with skateboards and like doing tricks, but like not being like I'm trying to fucking get sick, like I'm a skater, just like fucking just getting radical for like the true essence of it and not knowing what anything was called or like.
Yeah. Well, he grew up with a couple brothers, so that was just like the household, you know.
That's like wagon king shit. You know what I mean? Just like fucking out here in the driveway, fucking
Yeah.
causing a ruckus. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. I mean, that's like what it was to us. I can't lie. It was like we were little. It was like, oh, damn, Margira, he's crazy.
Oh,
Like,
okay, like
jackass
stunts,
is cool,
stunts.
Sam used to be
Yeah.
my favorite skater for the first time.
Yep.
Then he stopped skating.
He stopped skating.
Is he still your favorite skater though? Like, you still like? Are you still like Hardigram for life? Fucking.
No, I have nothing against Bam. He just like stopped skating.
Well, like-
he became a movie star instead of a skateboarder, which is like
Right.
cool, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
look up to him as a skater, you know.
Sure.
I
My
think
favorite
that as a
skater,
kid, I
dude?
was like intrigued by the energy.
It's hard.
What's your favorite era of BAM?
Is that
Like
recording?
CKY3 era, like Element BAM, or like Toy Machine
See,
BAM?
I
Or
feel like
Young Bam,
See,
dude.
I was around for like Element Bam,
Yeah.
like kind of like
I only knew
right when like
Element
Jackass
Bam.
2 kind of came out.
like Audio Element BAM?
Mhm.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was into 411, like Wheels of Fortune, Little Bam when he was in the bathtub and fucking was like skating Love Park and shit,
Yeah,
and had
that's
like
so sick.
he was like fucking 9, and he was like his dad was like driving him to fucking Philly, and he was just going crazy at Love Park, and there was like a 411, and I think he had Wheels of Fortune or some shit, but he was like, I am Bam, and he was like this little kid that like. At the time, it was very rare for a little kid to make their own videos. And he was this kid that was like a filmer and made skits and was like 12. And he had this weird, like, fat dad that drove him everywhere. And like, yeah, I just mean like, dude, like, whatever Bam's got going on now, like, won't you always be like, yo, like,
Oh yeah, I know, dude. Like he definitely still does wicked cool shit. Like he's got that whole skate barn, and I know he just like lets people in there all the time. Like,
yeah, like,
you
we
don't
could
even
probably
have to
just
know
go
him.
there right
You
now
could
and
just
like,
show up and
it's
he'd
like
be
a skate
oh yeah,
park.
dude, skate the barn, and it's just like this crazy mashup of a bowl, like random stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
I guess what I mean is
gnarly.
like, dude, like when I was a little kid, Tony Hawk was like the BAM of my time.
True.
Like in the 80s, Tony Hawk was like in fucking Gleam in the Cube. He was like on posters. Like you could go to the book fair at your school and get like a fucking Tony Hawk book of like photos. And so like whatever, you know, he did like McDonald's and like all this like kind of like whatever shit. But like video games, all this shit, but it's like I will always love Tony Hawk because when I was a little kid, I loved Tony Hawk. I'm a fan of Tony Hawk.
I've always like respected his mentality on a lot of things. Like
And
whenever
he still shreds.
I'm definitely like, oh well, it's Tony Hawk.
It's like he was never in his time super duper accepted by like the core cool guys skate community. So he was already used to being like a weirdo within skateboarding. So like,
Which is like,
you know,
that's like a whole other topic in skateboarding.
I think
Are
everyone
there
who skates is used to being a weirdo, dude.
yeah. Do you think that's still true?
Well, less true now.
Yeah.
Here, maybe. Like in California, maybe not. It's like the cool thing to do there, you know?
Yeah. I guess in a way it's like, I don't know, like I hate to see all these kids riding scooters, but at least it kind of keeps skating kind of like, I don't know. I feel both ways though, because I want to see it be like. Do we want to live in a world where everyone skates and everyone's just, you're walking down the street and everyone's just ripping tray flips and slappies and it's like,
I mean, everything
no
will
big
probably
deal.
be a skate spot.
That's kind of how living in fucking Santa Cruz was like to me, and it was like. It used to be when I was a little kid, if I saw someone wearing a pair of Vans, I'd like get excited, and it'd be
Or you
like,
hear a
oh,
skateboard
a
going down the
window
road.
into the world of skateboarding. But then like living out there, it's just like everyone's like, yeah, dude, I work for NHS and fucking blah, and it's just like after a while you're like, it becomes like not as special. I don't know.
Yeah, because so many people do it. It's like so regular.
And also too, you're saying like it becomes not as special. Like if you live in a place like Cali, you just can skate every single day.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be nice outside. There's no snow. Like around here, you know, it's kind of who still wants to skate at the end of the winter? Like, you know, it creates a more core group of people, I think.
Yep.
You know, they don't get sidetracked and find another hobby that they can do all year round.
You gotta be way more dedicated to skate through winter, you know?
Yep. I don't know, dude. I'm not here to talk shit. And like the whole thing about Mongochatter is like I don't really usually talk too much about like professional skateboarding because like who am I to say? But like I feel like not that many pros could really film a part in New England, like just because of the weather and the crust and like the people, the attitude, everything
The
about
spots
it is
are
just
gnarly. like Amesbury has spots, but you gotta like jump down a thing and then fly down a hill afterwards. It's not like an easy little like dinky spot that you can just chill out with your friends.
Yeah.
It's like, this is serious. We're gonna do some skateboarding.
Yeah. No, I mean you probably know a bunch of spots from filming over the years, like.
Not as much as most people.
Really?
Yeah. I'm definitely not like. You talk to Ethan Como, for instance, and he's like, that's not this spot, that's not. There's the whole encyclopedia, you know, right there.
Yeah.
Dude, it's weird you mentioned Ecomo because I feel like you and him, like this is a compliment to both of you guys. I feel like you guys have similar styles and you both like film.
Filmer style.
Filmer style?
Like I feel like there's a few tricks you both guys do.
I could see
And
that.
it's, like,
You guys
similar
actually do have
style,
very similar
though.
styles now that I think about it, yeah.
I want to spend time skating flat
skate
because I want to
flat
learn
so
some
bad.
like good flat tricks. I feel like skate parks, for instance, like specifically Amesbury, it's just kind of like you've been there so many times, you kind of get caught in routine.
Yeah.
Being
And
like,
I'll just say something if no one else is going to say it. It's fucking dumb to skate flat at a skate park. It's like, this is the perfect place to skate flat ground. It's a flat
I always-
parking lot. No one's around. You can fucking do whatever you want. You're not getting in the way of fucking some dude cruising halfway through
here
about
is
to
better,
fucking
too.
slash into eternity and you're like fucking going 2 miles an hour about to do a fucking impossible.
that's true.
Just saying.
I feel like at a skate park it's like more like add-on to the line.
Yeah,
You do your
I'm not just
line,
saying that because
and
I
then you
can't
come
skate
back
flat
to the
good. I'm just
table,
saying it's like,
and then you do your flat trick when you're almost at the table. That's
yeah,
like the rule.
that's
You're almost at
totally
the
acceptable.
table.
Like, sprack it off flat, do your shit, go hit some shit, cruise back, end it with a flat. But just standing around, like, game of skate, flat ground at the skate park is annoying to me as someone who likes to skate everything. And doesn't know where I'm going. You know.
Also, too, I feel like putting yourself in a position to almost like force yourself to skate something like flat kind of requires there to be no other ramps around. Like,
Yeah.
at least for me personally, I'll be like, oh, like I'll get distracted by everything.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
much
quickly
rather
not
skate a
be
ramp.
skating flat.
I get distracted by obstacles totally.
I think I'm more curious to see like what happens with certain things when I like actually put the time into it.
Are you training for the flatbread pizza game of skate
No,
that we're not having this summer? Or whatever?
definitely not
No?
training for that.
Tell Flatbread we got to do that virtual because they did like a 5-mile
Oh
race
my
for Yankee
God.
Homecoming. It was like you just film yourself and send in your best time.
You wear like a GoPro head
So
mount.
yeah, we just dude, can we do like how do we do that? It's like Instagram Live but game of skate, and it's like
You could like well,
Virtual skate.
you could do like a live stream.
yeah,
Sorts, so
but then that just defeats the purpose because then you're
It-
still
it's
getting
hard,
together.
Though. Like they're doing that right now with kendama contests, for instance. It's kind of like people are uninterested in it.
is it
and-
like through Zoom or some shit? Like
yeah.
that?
Well, I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but there's a lot. I just hear a lot of shit being like, oh, like that person definitely didn't actually land that and this and that. So
They call it landing.
yeah, they do
Okay.
a trick.
We got to talk. I'm glad you're on Mongochatter here because we got to talk about kendama because it's like, dude, I never seen it or heard of it until I met you,
True.
and it's this whole other world. And it's not like some whack cheesy shit like Scooter World or Pokemon on the Go world. It's a fucking it's a like you it's I don't know, dude. It's tell us about it.
There's a lot.
Wikipedia entry.
Tell us about what it is specifically.
Just
or-
like yeah, okay, like
what I
dude,
got
there's
going
I
on?
guarantee you there's people watching this shit that do not know what kendama is.
Should I go get a kendama and show you?
Yeah, get it.
I ain't gonna do my tricks, but I just want to like.
Do you fuck with kendama?
Yeah, the same reason I never skate flat, same reason I don't play kendama, dude. Little tiny movements like that make me angry. Like I just get in like this fucking rage fit, you know, like smash your board, fucking.
Definitely
But you skate flat, Kevin.
Not when it's just flat.
Yeah, but
All right, anyone that knows, dude, knows if I just really sit down and skate flat, I'm gonna fucking smash my board. If you ain't seen it, it's because you haven't watched me skate flat for long enough.
yeah. But I mean, so I'm just saying, like, because I see you do all these tricks that to me signify that you've obviously spent time working on skating flat ground because
Okay.
like you have like a sprack and tray
It's
flip.
not that I don't skate flat, because I do, and I still like, even though I get wicked mad, you know, I still like, I love doing it. Like it's not like I don't enjoy just getting wicked mad at one trick and just like losing my mind over some dumb shit.
Yeah.
It's
process.
like, to me, it's just like, I like that just as much as I like landing tricks. Honestly, I don't know why.
Yeah, I know what you're
Fucking
saying.
weirdo.
I just like, I don't know. I guess I just care about it that much. Like I could just skate and get so mad, like just have a day where I can't even land a tray flip, and I'm just like furious, and I still have fun at the end of the day.
A shitty day of skating is still better than like a great day of not skating.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like not to be like super extreme. Like it's obviously great if you like have Christmas dinner with your family or some shit and you don't skate that day. It's like that's a good day or whatever. I mean,
Probably still skate that day.
but you'll probably still skate, yeah. No, I dude, skate through everything. Weddings, funerals, fucking whatever it is.
Yeah,
Just
doesn't
keep
matter.
skating. So
This
what
thing.
yeah, what this thing.
It's like a advanced ball in a cup, I guess you could say.
Okay.
But no, recently it's like, it's funny. There's like a little like Massachusetts community growing around it. It's like kind of more.
But it's on some like subcultural like shit. It's like some like it's not like
Well, it's very new. Like I feel like it's becoming more relevant. Like honestly, more in kind of like this new trendy rap culture. I see a lot of kids that know what it is. I've
All right.
noticed.
in the 90s and shit, skating like it was like an accessory. Like you'd go out for your day and you'd have a hacky sack in your pocket, and it would just be like you'd fucking dude. We'd like like smoke weed and fucking hacky sack when we weren't skating. It
Well,
kind of
I mean
similar.
that's what we're doing with this. Like we just kind of go chill and play some kendama. But it was kind of funny because I feel like everybody who's kind of at the point where I'm at, like being about 5 years in, like didn't expect anything to come from it. Wasn't really reaching out to a lot of people at the beginning. and now you have all of those kids who are kind of like staying in their rooms playing this thing when they weren't doing anything else. Now like going to events and like traveling and stuff. Like I have a couple trips planned. I know as long as like there's no crazy travel restrictions, I'll be going out to Colorado in I think early October, and then maybe actually Denmark for like the New Year.
What?
That works out. Just
Shit,
some
dude,
homies
you're
going
gonna
out
party
there.
your balls off.
Dude,
Denmark
sounds
New
fun.
Year's Eve.
I was talking
That
to
sounds
my
wild.
friend who I met through Kendama, Marcus. He was telling me about like skating out there, and they got like they encourage skating at like certain street spots, and there's just like little mini parks everywhere. Like,
So, do a lot of people that are into kendama skate? Would you say? What's the Venn diagram situation on that?
in my opinion, few people like skate. But like I've met
In the
I've-
kendama world,
Yeah,
like
I
aren't
think
like
a lot of
skaters.
people are intrigued by skating, I guess you could say, 'cause it kind of like goes hand in hand.
Well, it seems like with the
Or not
videos
music.
or whatever, is very skating's like very influential.
Well,
Like,
that's what people have said to me, like, because I helped like this company Prom film the video when I went to Nashville last year, or at the beginning of this year, and that's what one of my friends, Jake, said. He was like, you filmed it and edited it like a skate video, and I was like, well, that's like, that's what I
do.
know. Like,
so, so you're doing your tricks like with the, like you're doing your tricks and then you're filming it. Is it like, are you like, yo, we're gonna go to this fucking spot like in front of this tree? Is it like when you're making a video? Is like, are there spots or like?
I mean, you just kind of look for something that's like aesthetically pleasing
Yeah,
sometimes, but it doesn't really matter.
yeah.
You know, it kind of could be anywhere. Like, you're making use of the space. It's like, that's the big difference, though, between kendama and skateboarding. Is skateboarding is all time and place, and kendama, you can kind of just do it anywhere.
Yeah.
But,
Dude, it'd be sick like to do it like on an airplane, like with a fisheye, and you're like
No,
in the
they-
aisle, like fucking, what up?
way back, they used to do that. They would do like a contest, I think, because like people would be flying out to Japan and stuff, and they'd have a lot of like time on planes, so they'd do like little like video contests and stuff.
Do you want to do the first trick live on Mongochatter, or like do it? Oh, first tee. Have you ever gotten any sponsors or any shit like that? No,
Never.
you don't really seem to care too much about like Instagram or videos or that type of shit.
Just not why I skate, dude.
Right.
And also, I
You're
really
like down
hate.
for home videos, though.
Yeah, I definitely love making like a big video with everyone. Like we have a huge video for the fucking VX, like it's almost done.
Yeah, I know Matt hasn't hit me up yet for my clips. I don't know if I'm gonna do it.
There's
I
like
got
2
it.
hours of tapes left, and then that's it.
I'm like trying to wait for those moments, but
So-
also just totally procrastinating.
Yeah. No, that's cool. You don't want me to do that.
No, I think he may have clips, but I don't know at this point.
So as far as making videos, you're down with skate park footage, or how do you feel about this whole thing?
Depends, dude.
Yeah,
Always depends.
depends on.
If it's Amesbury or not.
So you only like Amesbury footage, pretty much?
Amesbury's like mostly DIY now, you know?
Well, how would you feel if you saw like fucking other DIY shit? That's how I felt when I was doing Continental Cross. I was like, anything where someone went there with like a trowel and made something that like wasn't sanctioned by the town, I'm down
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
film.
Living in Cali, like those are like skate parks that you don't film.
Like, so
It's
you
just
said
so
rules
perfect.
in skating, isn't that like kind of a rule? You
I
don't film it.
guess.
You don't, like,
Well,
as
dude,
far
that
as-
shit's easy mode. Like, it's literally like made to skateboard. The ground
You
is
can just
smooth
fall.
and
Right.
slidey. Like, you don't even have to land your tricks right. Like, if I did a tray flip and landed 270 and I was going that way, my board would just slide into place because the ground is so nice.
it'd be like
That
if
shit
you were.
doesn't
It's
happen
correct
here.
a lot.
It'd be like if you were a hunter and fucking you could like go into the fucking woods and like sleep on the ground and eat grubs and rub fucking moose shit all over yourself and like fucking bag some gnarly moose or something.
like, hunt
or you
down
could
a
just go to
moose.
this like conveyor belt of like fucking, here you go, dude, here's a gun, fucking pow,
Dude, it'd
pow,
be
pow.
like shooting
You know?
a moose at a zoo. You're just like, oh. This shit's easy.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Shooting a moose at a zoo.
Yeah, we were out in California for about 6 months, and I came back briefly for like a week. Got a chance to skate Amesbury, and it was kind of refreshing. It's like everything's crunchy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I feel my truck's grinding. Like it's not just like a like a little
You
bit.
roll across the pavement, you're just like, why are my feet vibrating right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, I think the first park I went to was actually Dover.
Oh yeah.
That
place
ground is
fucking
rough.
is
I was like,
dude.
I think I tried to play Greg in a game of skater.
Those kids are cool. I like Dover a lot.
Dover,
They
man,
like
sick.
remind me of us, but they don't. I don't know. It seems like Dover skate park doesn't have as high of a kook factor. Like they don't have to deal with. I think they have gnarly homeless bums and shit, but I don't think they really have like a bunch of little kids that just hang out there with scooters and like
Like a
fucking
9-year-old scooter scene.
yeah. Headphones doesn't bother you.
I can't skate with headphones.
But do you just but like if I'm like skating a mini rail with someone and one dude's wearing headphones, I'm
yeah,
like,
alright.
dude.
It's different if you're skating with someone.
I used to wear headphones in Seattle because I was like, music gets me hyped and shit. But then I was like, this is dumb, and I stopped wearing headphones and I started making friends at the skate park because I would like talk to people.
Yep.
There's definitely certain times I felt like, oh, maybe if I like listen to some music for a second, I can like get myself going. But I agree with you. Like if there's other people skating, like you're skating with other people,
Dude,
like
Bluetooth speaker.
yeah,
Like, fuck
listen
the
to music
headphones.
together.
Play the music out loud.
It is rad that it's like it's so like it was such a treat for me growing up to be able to skate with music. Like if someone brought a radio to the session, it'd be like, oh my god, this is heaven. And now it's like it's pretty rad how common it is. You know,
Well, now you got
I got a
two different
question for
scooter
you.
gangs with Bluetooth speakers playing
Music
equally
wars.
as shitty music.
What was like the first music you listened to skating?
skating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what got you hyped up first?
So I remember I had a boombox, dude, and I had tapes, and I used to walk around and like I was really big into like Too Short, and like always the Beastie Boys, and like Run DMC. Pretty much, I was in a phase. I mean, I've been through this phase my whole life. I never like old school, really like old school rap. With like the dope 808 shit, like the shit that Evan listens to, like good,
hell yeah.
like I would just have tapes of rap music, and I would be like this little. I was like Nick, dude. I was a little shithead. I had a boombox.
I always love when their phone goes off and it's like Method Man. I'm like, that's kind of,
Dude,
it kind of gets me hyped.
I had a
I can't lie.
boombox, and I would smoke Philly's blunts, but I like didn't smoke weed, so I'd be like fucking 14 and just like, cause like rappers were talking about Philly blunts, so I thought they were like smoking cigars, so I'd be like have this tape like bumping Too Short and like smoking like a fucking Philly blunt. It was hilarious, like just like kind of like I guess what kids do now, like want to be thugging in a way, you know. But at the time, for me, it was like the music was better.
Yeah. Music's funny today.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna say the same thing about the new kids. Dude.
Sure. And they'll be like, man, dude, we used to listen to Drake, dude. You know,
Yeah, great.
like legit, dude. People considered in hip hop, I think Drake is considered like respected in modern hip hop.
Dude, he's like a singer.
But to me,
Yeah.
I'm like Drake. I'm like he's kind of like an auto tune, like you know, he's not really like a hip hop head to me.
Yeah.
You know?
I kind of think it's funny, like all this new like more like underground trap music and stuff coming up, because I kind of like see the similarities and like the anti-culture going on that they had going with like some like the older hip hop music.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. It's like kind of coming full circle in like a very different way.
I'm liking some of the more like outlandish feminine energy. That's more on par with like the music that I was talking about, like the Too Short and like the Megan Thee Stallion and the fucking the wet ass pussy Cardi B. Like I like those. It's good. I like that music. It's like it reminds me more of like classic hip hop. You know what I mean?
That song yet.
You haven't heard wet ass pussy?
I know it's a song.
Sounds
I've
like-
never heard it.
See, I don't like that as much, but like I'm definitely for like the anti whatever is going on. I feel like that's just like kind of interesting.
It's interesting that it's upset straight men. I'm like, yo, this chick wants to sing about fucking her wet ass pussy, dude. I'm like, I want to hear that. That sounds great. You know, I don't know why people got upset about it.
Like,
More realistically,
I'm sure that them making the song, they were like, yeah, this is gonna get some attention, but
For sure.
I feel like that's part of it. Like,
It's
that's,
just weird
that's part
that-
of a lot of music is like, yo, like listen to me, listen
but
to
it's
my
weird
music.
because no one like, and obviously in the 80s you had like the PMRC and like the stickers on the shit in the 90s, but like no one. It's 2020, dude. You could say wet ass, but the president said he grabs people by the pussy. Like he's literally said that he grabs people by the pussy. He's like talks about it, and so this chick can't have a song about how she likes to get fucked.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude. That's insane.
She does have a song.
No, I know, but
Mad people like it though.
but people were hating on it, and they're like, dude, fucking, you know what I mean?
I feel like you're always gonna get more attention going towards the extremes in a situation.
I'm just saying. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, to me, we're at the point where like, artistically, nothing is extreme. Like, what's so extreme about that?
Well,
Have you
I
seen
mean-
Requiem for a Dream? Like,
I
that's
need to listen to
extreme,
the song
but
now,
it's
dude.
like
I've never heard it.
there's nothing. It's
It's art. It's like it's supposed to be provoking sometimes.
it's like
It's like the individual's decision.
Two Live Crew already bummed people out in fucking 1989. So why do we care in 2020 what anyone says on the mic?
Yeah.
Ice-T had Body Count, like he said, Cop Killer, and everyone was bummed out.
I mean, I think
Wet ass
nowadays,
pussy.
people just have like so much more of a platform to express their opinions now too.
True. So
And
yeah,
people want to with everything. I mean, we're kind of doing that right now.
sure.
You know. What
Yeah.
do you think about?
Well, I mean, that's sort of the nature of podcasting.
I guess.
It'd be weird if we said nothing.
But you know, people just want to like. But the thing is, like, that's what I find interesting about like art in general is like the provoking side of things.
Yeah.
Kind of like, what's gonna like make somebody curious. Like even if it's like provoking somebody to be curious about like the art itself. Or
Yeah.
provoking somebody about like thinking about a specific topic.
You're not
Interesting.
curious?
I mean, curious.
Like you said, you never heard the song.
No.
You don't care what everyone's.
Dude, I don't go on social media at all. I don't care what like
What, it's
anyone
not- it's
thinks.
so- it's just a
This is
song.
the big
It's a
difference
song.
between.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying is like, dude, I know it's a song because mad people talk about it, but like, I don't really care what's in the song. I don't care about the song. I don't care that it exists. I've literally never heard it.
Are you into music?
I listen to music. I'm not like a big music person though. I know people get like wicked into like, you know, like you guys old school rap. Like, I like it.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of different kinds of music, and I'm not really like that into specific artists or anything. I just kind of passively listen to music.
How do you listen to music? Is it like Spotify or
Yep, Spotify, and usually only when I'm in my car.
And you've never been like, wet ass pussy Spotify. Like, what's
Never
going
seen
on?
it. I haven't even seen it on Spotify, and if I did, I probably wouldn't listen because honestly, like, that's definitely not the kind of song that would hype me up, dude.
Well, like I went out of my way to not watch Tiger King because I was like, dude, everyone is talking about this shit,
I haven't seen
I
that
haven't seen
either.
that either.
and like, yeah, I'm like, I will never watch Tiger King. You like someone out there might have to Clockwork Orange me and fucking kidnap me and fucking make me watch it because that's the only way it's gonna go down.
Dude, I've had like such a lack of honestly until recently I had like a lack of interest in watching shows, and then like no lie, like watching like No Reservations with Anthony
Oh, yeah,
Bourdain.
that
I was
shit's
like,
great.
Oh, it's kind of interesting. He was like a kind of a melodramatic attitude about everything, and he talks about food.
Yeah.
And he goes to like kind of sick places, and it's interesting.
Yep.
But see, I'm not like I feel like I can't like sit down and watch a movie though. I have to like watch some sort of like documentary of sorts
Yeah.
to like get engaged. If it's something that's like, not that I dislike it, but I've noticed like if it's something that's more like fantasy or based on a true story, I just kind of like lose interest. But I don't know. I can sit down and watch like Family Guy for 15 minutes. So.
Yeah.
Like
I just started watching Rick and Morty because again, it was kind of one of those things where just like everyone was so hyped on it, and I was just like, yo, shut up about Rick and Morty already, you know? And
Primitive Rick and Morty boards, dude.
yeah.
So weird.
That is weird. Primitive's like hot. I was in fucking Boston yesterday, and there was just like all these college kids, and like a bunch of them had like Primitive shirts on. I was like, I'm pretty sure these kids aren't skating.
I have some primitive clothes, but I really don't like their boards.
Did you get the boxes?
I
Is that
did
what
one
you have the
time.
clothes?
Yeah.
Because don't they have like you get a board every month and you comes with a t-shirt or something?
No, well, actually, one time, dude, I don't know how I found this like deal because I like I said, I don't go on like Instagram or anything. I don't remember how I fucking came across it, but they did like a box where you got like 2 boards, 2 shirts, and then like a random item. It was $100,
That's
usually
legit as
like two
fuck.
boards cost more than $100. I was like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'll get the 2 boards and just shirts, whatever. So that was honestly nice, but both the boards broken. Like, what's your closest park?
Probably the pump track.
Oh,
Austin?
Yeah.
Love that place.
Yeah. Yeah, Brighton. I'm like, I could skate there from my house. It'd be like, the way back would suck, but the way there would actually be fun because there's like a hill. It's like downhill.
You'll end up seeing a lot of kendama kids there. That's like
At the park?
That's one of my friends who, one of my good friends, Finn, who I started playing kendama with. Like, he goes there all the time.
That's
Get down pump track.
okay.
Has like, I think they've done like a couple little like jams, they call them. But it's so funny. Like, again, talking to those kids about kendama and stuff. Like, I go to a jam and like, oh, like everybody got together. That's sick. I kind of tell them like, this is like every single day at my skate park.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're just hanging out, everybody's skating, everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's
But like
weird.
you said,
but I think it's kind of rare to find like a community like that.
well, like you said, the difference between skating and kendama too is like with skating, like you need the ops. Like it's like there's a draw. Like we're all obviously it's like we're all gonna like we're like drawn like flies to a fucking light to the skate park because
Yeah.
like that we want obstacles.
Yep.
You know?
I feel like my draw to like play kendama with certain people is like more like trick expansion and ideas,
Yeah.
where you can just like throw a couple ideas back and forth, think of a trick you've never thought of, and then do it.
Does
essentially.
does it feel as infinite to you as like skating does?
Oh my god, it's like beyond.
Really?
It's so much like, and not to take away from skating at all, because skating has that aspect of
Matt, you
fear.
can't take away from skating. Don't worry
no,
about
no,
it.
No, no, no. I'm just making that clear. I'm just making it clear. But no, like you can just like keep going. It's infinite. You can't get hurt.
Is there anything you want to say to me or the world or yourself?
Amesbury's the best skate park. Everyone gonna talk a lot of shit. The best people are there, and it's the best park.
It's a good vibe.
And everyone hates it for some reason, but it's literally. I've been to so many skate
Who
parks,
hates
dude.
it? Besides like us, who are allowed to
Everyone's
hate it.
like, "Oh, this park sucks. Like the ground sucks. Like we should go somewhere else all the time, dude." But
Well, that's
there's
just-
nowhere like Amesbury. I'm telling you. I've been to so many different skate parks.
Have you been to Clinton?
Okay. I haven't
Bizarro
been to-
Amesbury, dude.
OJ was telling me about it.
It's
though.
like, have you been there?
No,
Oh shit.
I want it though. I remember you guys went there that day. I saw the videos.
Yeah, we were kind of dabbling with going today, but we didn't.
Let's plan the time sometime.
I'm down. Let's get it. Let's
Right.
go right now.
I like
After
Clinton
this.
every day.
Let's fucking go.
Is
Why not?
there anything you want to say to me or yourself or the world as we wind down this Mongochatter number 15?
Skateboarding before kendama.
Yeah. Does that
No,
tear at you? Is that a problem?
no. If anything, it kind of like they feed off of each other in a weird way.
Yeah.
It's like I can play kendama a little bit in the morning, and it just gets my mind like focused, and then I can go skate, and I feel a little more aware of what's happening.
Alright.
And kind of the other way around too, because once you get on your skateboard, you kind of get in that like, because again, like it's easy to not get in that commit to everything mentality with kendama, because you're not like committing to something, because if you don't, you'll get hurt. So when you kind of expose yourself to that with skating, I feel like I go back to that, and then I'm landing more stuff because it's like,
Like makes you a little
More
bit more
commitment.
aggressive, kind of.
yeah, aggressive can.
Kev, do you have other hobbies or shit that you do that like just
I
skate? Just pretty
I
much
play
a skate
video
rap,
games a
100%.
lot. but,
Okay.
Like, if I'm leaving my house, dude, it's to skateboard.
Kid is good at
Literally.
zombies though.
Don't do anything else.
That's the best
I
shit I've ever heard.
wanna bring up Call of Duty Zombies for Kevin a little bit. 'Cause
Okay.
that
What's
kid
What is it?
he's been playing one not one round, but like one game, like literally all day.
So it's Call of Duty, but you just murk zombies?
Black Ops
Pretty
zombies?
much. Yeah.
Black Ops 2? What's a
I
Black
have
Ops
all
1?
of them.
Oh, is it like a kit that you have Black Ops and
Kevin's
then
just
it's like
like
an expansion
freakishly good at it.
for it? You get,
Well,
it
like-
makes everything a zombie?
Yeah, it's just like zombies mode. You never played zombies?
Yo, what's
Dude,
that?
I'm not like a video games-
What's that Call of Duty? It's like zombies, but you get waves of like crews after you. I think it's Modern Warfare 3.
Oh,
That
know
game,
what
me
you're
and my
talking
friends
about.
literally, that's how I got a PS3, because I was like, dude, this game is sick. And literally hours and hours, the whole day would be over just playing that and waiting.
Did you ever try zombies?
Yeah. It's harder, dude.
I did play Red Dead
Kevin would literally
Redemption.
be playing like.
You know that game? Red Dead Redemption. It's
Yeah,
like
I
Grand
haven't played
Theft
it,
Auto,
though.
but you're like a cowboy. So I did that, and then there's another disc. When you beat the first disc, disc 2 is fucking. You go back to the town, but there's a zombie virus, and then it's scary, dude. I smoke weed and play it at night by myself, and it's wicked scary, dude. Everything's just they run up on you like ah. It's fucking. But I don't really. I'm not like big into video games, but that one is pretty sick.
I used to be bigger into video games, but dude, for real, like Kevin would be playing one game of zombies like all day long. Like, how many hours do you think you put in? Like,
You
in
can check
one
now,
sitting?
dude. Tells you how long you played.
So
No, but like not in total, but like for your longest game you played.
Over 12 hours.
really,
Yeah.
like, but you get up and take a piss or?
Oh yeah, you can pause. It's like,
Okay.
well, you can play with people, but you can go like solo and fucking. You can just pause whatever. You can pause it overnight if you want.
Because
People
like,
do.
but do you do the like do you do deathmatch or whatever or like no?
No, it's just like
I only have
PvE.
COD to play zombies. That's the only reason. But
Okay.
I have all of them, like World of War, all the Black Ops, every single zombies map, all of them.
Are you gonna play the Skater XL shit or
I
whatever?
have Skater XL. I have played it, dude.
Skater XL's kind of fun.
Is
That
it?
game is just so cool, dude, because I remember, like, right when I downloaded it, like, I had the controller set up, and I was, like, figuring out, like, oh, this stick's, like, your front foot, and that's your back foot. It's, like, trying to figure out how to do tricks, and I remember doing a tray flip, because, like, I just felt it out the same way I would do it in real life. Just first try, just tray flip in the game. I was like,
It's
this
like-
is the coolest
It's
thing
very intuitive
ever.
if you already skate.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Skate 3. I was like, oh, I'm already good at this game. I already know how to do it.
But like, you kind of take that aspect of Skate 3 and you make it a little harder.
Okay. It's like actually like you can't like Skate
Yeah,
3.
like,
You can just go
I
up to an
remember I was
obstacle and
sitting
like
down
do
and-
some shit.
yeah.
You'll do some shit.
I remember sitting down and like just trying to like kickflip nose grind in a video game, and like
It's hard.
it took a while. Like I was
Yeah.
like, man, I gotta like learn how to do this in a video game.
You gotta like land on the ledge perfect in that game, or
Yeah.
like if you're skating the rail, dude, like you gotta land on the rail just right, and like you have to like you can catch your trick different. Like, and I'm serious, like one stick is your front foot and one stick is your back foot. Like you really gotta move it right.
Damn.
And like I said, to do a tray flip, you gotta move your feet to do a tray flip like you would in real life. It's sick.
Or I like the fact that you can like flip tricks fast and slow.
Yeah, like it really you can do that. Like,
Oh, yeah, you can just
move
like-
it slower.
That's
You
sick.
can do a slow kickflip. Like you can almost have
You can
style
like
in
hang
that
your
game.
foot out too.
That's
I think.
rad.
Like if you leave like your flicking foot extended, like it'll just like back.
I want to play it. I feel like I'm gonna suck at it because I'm not like good at video games.
No, see, if
No,
you
it's-
ride a skateboard in real life, you'll understand. I guarantee you.
It's still a hard game.
Yeah.
I
mean, I suck at skating in real life, so it would follow.
But you know how it works, though. Like, trust me, it might take some getting used to. Like, it's a little weird at first, especially if you're used to playing like Skate 3. 'cause
Yeah.
it's like totally different controls. But you get used to them, and you're like, wow, this is good. Like,
It's cool game.
it just makes sense.
I don't know.
Did you mention the PDX? Is it PDX 18?
Or PDox.
PDox?
Yeah.
Is it 18 though?
Yeah, 18.
Did you discuss that?
And that's like so. That's your kendama brand.
I guess you could say at this point, but it was honestly
Dude,
more
he's
like
literally wearing the shirt. Yeah, it's a brand.
Yeah, I know. Why are you being all? Tell us about it, dude.
So,
He's being all mellow.
it was. I remember I was just like drawing. So this was pre last October, and I kind of like bumped into some kids around the area playing kendama. They did like the first kendama event I did was in Amesbury. That I wouldn't have
Oh,
known it
I
if it
remember
wasn't
that.
for my friend MJ.
at the hill.
Yeah.
I remember when
And,
you were like going to that.
That's when I met like a bunch of my homies. Like that's where I met MJ the first time. I met my friend Bonds, friend Finn, Austin, Donovan, like so many other people. Too many to count at this point, but pretty much like I had always kind of liked design, like liked graffiti and stuff. So I was interested in making shirts and stuff to begin with. And then when I went to Minnesota for the North American Kendama Open, which we pretty much like take over a hotel for a weekend, which is kind of fun. Just like party in it. don't give a fuck about the contest. Like,
Sounds like skateboarding.
well, that's not how everybody else like perceives this event. I feel like, but at least that's what I noticed with like my group of people. But that's how even like my friend Russ, who probably could have at least been top 8 in either of the contests. They do like an open, which is they select the trick that you have to do, and then they do a freestyle, which is you get 2 45-second runs against another person.
Damn.
My friend Russ, who probably again could have taken like top 8, like refused to compete. He's like, no, I'm a street kendama, like I'm a street dama player. Like, but anyways, not to get too sidetracked on that. Like,
That's fucking wild.
he's so funny. I love Russ, but no, like it was him, my friend Finn, and my friend Joe, who I had brought these shirts. I just like spray painted on the back, like I just did like the P right here.
Yeah.
Like do like a little drop shadow on it, and I was like giving them away to people, and I gave some to them, and they all like individually kind of nudged me and were like, if you do something with this, like let me know. I'd be down to like rep, and I was like, we all just became like homies that event for that weekend, and it didn't really feel like we put too much thought into it after that. It's kind of like happened naturally.
Cool.
But I get that question all the time, like in the kendama world, like, oh, like how did it start? And I'm like, I don't know, smoking,
Just
spliffs,
partying with your
and
friends,
drinking,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, so it was kind of like, okay, like let's send some clips to each other and like stick some edits together and start a little like Instagram account or whatever.
Is this just the basic shit, an ollie? Like, is that like an ollie? Is that your
Yeah,
ollie?
so I don't know what would be like the equivalent. I would say like probably
It is hard, dude.
it's difficult.
What's it? You got a trick tip? Like
Yeah,
send it
so
up?
you gotta like, what I do is like, say I'm doing that,
Okay.
you kind of have to like flick it out. So you flick it off the bevel, it comes back around, and then you kind of take that fundamental, and then you can throw that in there too. So
All
that,
right.
I would say like, yeah, that is kind of the ollie. Like that's the pop. 'Cause
Okay.
You kind of have, at least with this specific trick, like that's the pop. Kickflip.
You see, I've seen this thing. You've had this thing around for a long time, and that's the first time I picked one up. And I'm just here to tell you out there, it's fucking way harder than it looks. Like, I don't want to fuck up your shit. I don't want to fucking smash
Nah.
the dowel, dude.
Half off because of Finn.
All right. You got any spracks, dude?
Got that for sure.
You got an ollie?
Oh yeah.
Haven't gotten all
Might take a little bit.
maybe. Dude, kendama's hard.
Tied up
Earth turns are
over
hard.
here.
Well, this has been Mongochatter number 15. We're gonna fucking do some kendama now.
Yeah, we're gonna make a kendama edit real quick.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, I take back what I said. Kendama overskating.
Ah. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna try. I'm actually gonna like take your trick tip now. I was like trying to send it.
Mhm.
I'm not just No.
Because he was like on that way up, just like giving it that. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
you like, dude? Yeah. That okay. Oh, Mongochatter 15, bitch! Thank you guys so much for doing this.
Hell yeah.
I'm actually hyped. I felt like I just landed a trick.
Dude, you did.
I get it, dude. I get it.